Looky here, looky here. You gotta love life, man. That's one of the grandest secrets that all the ancient sages and the masters have been trying to tell us for centuries, right? Love yourself and love life. But life, instead, we look at it through the paradigm of life attacking us, like it's happening to us, not for us. And so we gravitate towards losing. And losing is a completely different paradigm than winning. Welcome to the channel. My name is Sumedh Chatterjee. I'm from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state guide, a coach of transient hypofrontality, okay? That's a big word that I just threw out there, okay? Big words, mate. I'm also a spiritual teacher. I'm a shaman from the future who's come back to this reality. What exactly is a heart song, okay? What is the song that your heart beats for? It's the melody of your life. It's the rhythm of your life. It's the maintenance of the energy of your life, okay? So it's your life force energy in motion. If you can crystallize it like that, you can understand it a lot deeper. The heart song vibe starts with you having an inner conversation with your heart. And once you have that conversation with your heart, the heart will give you a song that you will work with. Maybe you do it for a week, maybe you do it for a month. But that song becomes your anchor point for you to do something. Let's say you play the song and it's like you immediately go to the gym. Every time you tune yourself to playing that song, you associate it towards going to the gym or working out or doing push-ups or something like this, right? And so every time you play that song, you're anchoring in that new ability to just tap in. So similarly, you got to understand it through your heart song in this way. A heart song is also the frequency that you're sending out to the universe. So that's including like the opposite gender or whatever, right? Being attracted to you, thinking you're sexy or having sex appeal or these kinds of things, right? So it's kind of the Eros frequency. If you guys know, Eros is Cupid, and also Kamadeva in the Hindu pantheon, right, is a very interesting character for us to work with if we're working with this kind of energy. So how does the heart song help you? Finding your heart song helps you because it helps you crystallize a very specific feeling, and that pattern of feeling allows you and gives you permission. So it's basically like a permission slip for you to be your best self. Okay, so that song is a guidance system. So it's almost like you're getting a pair of mantras, right, through these song lyrics that you suddenly find, right? And it's attuning you to the right frequency. Now, it's difficult to find some very inspiring songs and stuff nowadays, you know what I mean? I know a lot of artists, but that's because I deep dive. I'm kind of like a nerd with music as well as expansion, spiritual expansion, metaphysical expansion. Your energy is basically so available to you, but you keep shutting yourself down. And this could be also related to a past trauma response or something like this, right? A lot of us have this reactionary flip, and we ask ourselves, how do we get here? We got here through overthinking. You see, the faster the frequency of your thoughts, if you're overthinking a lot, you're lowering your vibration more. The less thoughts, the higher the vibration. You see what I'm saying? So to transcend your consciousness level, you want to enter Mushin or no mind, which is the flow state. You want to lose your sense of self, you want to lose your sense of time, and you just want to be in production, be in momentum, be in production, be doing things, but also being. Because I believe that flow state is not only a mindset, but it's almost an ability, right? It gives you more capability to handle this avatar, right, on this physical plane of existence. Oh, SpongeBob this, SpongeBob that, okay? SpongeBob is a great meme, I get that. But SpongeBob as a character? Is SpongeBob my shadow? So you know how French people are smooth, right? They're like, l'école internationale. They have like a linguistic tongue, right? Certain words they emphasize and things like this, which is really cool. You want to see your life almost like you're making love, like you're speaking like you're making love, you know? And that's like one of the philosophies that I love to live by, and it's one of the philosophies that we have at our brand Primal Sutra. So imagine your life to be a slow motion R&B dance slow song, right? In slow motion. Just like a slow dancing R&B jams, slow jams. Oh my goodness, from this angle, my arm looks hella big, dude. You know the artist The Weeknd, right? Why does that make everybody like, why is that international sex music? Like, why? It's the vibes. It's the vibes. It's the heart song. It's like Jason Derulo, I only miss you when I'm breathing. You know what I mean? Like, it's that, bro. I only miss you when I'm breathing. I feel like a boss sperm. Before awakening sex just feels like you're kind of just doing it. Like it's just like a physical action, okay? After awakening, sex feels more like you're in your feels. It's like you're in your feelings. And you're feeling deeper, so you're enjoying more. Need some guidance system, right? We need a GPS, our greatest possible selves. And we keep refining that character every single week, man. We just keep chipping away at a newer form of ourselves. And that's what makes us so powerful, right? And it's not like power in like a hierarchical way either, right? It's like pure potentiality, ability to influence. It's pure unattached outcome, right? The law of assumption, right? You live it like you did it. You live it like you did it, okay? That's it. You don't need to overcomplicate this thing, right? Law of assumption. You feel it like it's already happened. And you give out, why is that working? Because you're giving out, you're broadcasting that heart song. You see what I'm saying? You're living out that frequency. And so if you live it out in your mind, you live it out in your heart and mind creates a synergy and then creates something called manifestation. Okay, so it's the thinking and the feeling, the masculine and the feminine, right? The masculine being the thinking, the feminine being the feeling. But we both have essences of these energies, obviously, like there's feeling man and thinking woman and, you know, vice versa and things like this. So we got to understand something very clearly, guys, right? You want to work on what you're resisting the most. This might be kind of jarring for some of you to hear. Like, what? But why? It's like, it's bad. Like, I don't want to go there, right? But that's the thing. It's sitting in your trash folder in the trash. You dragged it into the trash and you forgot to press empty the trash. So it's just sitting there in the back of your mind. So you got to take that gunk out. You see what I'm saying? And this is where mental detoxing, physical detoxing, right, comes in. Things like a little bit of fasting. I think the closest thing that I've come to living in the zone is actually like embodying a certain type of frequency, right? So I try to embody flow, whatever that means to me, right? Whatever that means to you might be different. But I try to embody that flow, right? I don't keep myself like jagged or very, you know, strict with my body language. I try to keep it loose and playful, like an animated cartoon character almost, but not too animated, right? Just animated enough that he has a little bit of that pep to his step, as you would say in the modern terminologies. Let's go, monk mode. Brr, brr. I need you to understand one thing. Stop being the gift shop to these people, okay? Stop being a gift shop to these people. You're not there to sell your gifts. Okay? You're there to be in your frequency, to be in that presence, and that presence already speaketh the gifts that are within it. Okay? At one level, you do want to be a little bit of a diplomat like Caesar. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you are playful with it. It's almost like if Caesar wore Loki's mask. Oh, let's go there. In our visualizations, let's go there. Imagine you were Caesar and you're wearing Loki's mask. Right? And your face transforms. And you're like, I'm trying to look more like Caesar. Okay, here we go. That's what Caesar would do. That's totally what he would do, bro. So you got to ask yourself, like, if I were cast as an emperor, what would I be like, right? And you got to go by certain attributes like that. That's how you can get out of the wounded masculine to the golden masculine, because you start admiring an archetype rather than a stereotype. Archetype is formless, it's shapeless. It's an ephemeral, larger quality, in a sense. You get what I'm saying? It's more of an essence. It's more of an auric thing. An understanding. It's not a logical understanding. People understand beauty in the beauty industry, but they don't understand it from a vibrational perspective. A spiritual conqueror, let's just say, in his own right. Like, try thinking like a mystical, warrior monk for a week. Just a week, just try it. Just speak to yourself like in aphorisms and weird idioms and like vague terminologies, right? And just keep yourself in that Zen state by creating your own ridiculous Zen koans inside your mind. Zen koans are they're like meditative, reflective statements. You need to make it really crystal clear in your mind that I'm in this romantic comedy, that I'm living out this slow motion, jazzy, romantic comedy, okay? I don't know why it has this jazz-like effect, man, but I think it's because in jazz, you just ride on the mistake, right? And it becomes a part of the performance. Same thing with freestyle rap. Riding on the mistake and making it a part of the performance. I'm pumped for Bali, you know what I mean? It's gonna be absolutely adventurous and it's gonna shape us so much, I can already tell. It's gonna be a transformative experience and a learning experience. And so you're almost a little bit like, amaretto or sangria, right? That little bit of that exotic flavor that you bring through the emanation that is your authentic light code. And your authentic light codes go along with you as you get more into this Eros activation, you see? So the deeper that you go into these sensual movements, the way that you carry yourself, it will start to come across as a vibrational frequency that others can very surely feel, okay? As you incense, this is my favorite, dragon's blood, where you have a Vajra like this and you're devoted to the path of great awakening and great ascension.
How many cups in my room, man?
I think a lot of men have a tendency to do this, which is fantasize. And when they do that, they get carried away and they let their imaginations take them away, rather than building a container around it and embracing the essence of that container that you create. You see? So that's how you expand this love aura around you. Is you create a conscious container and you visualize, you can actually imagine like there's a giant force field of love around you. And this gives you a feeling of warmth, it gives you a feeling of safety, and it's supposed to really emanate through your heart center, right? Your heart's core. And that's your heart song. That's your heart's true message to the world. So I hope you embrace this heart song today. There's something to this energy, right? Raunchy, but also like a romance to it. But then there's also a depth to it. For a person who is multifaceted, multi-layered, multi-dimensional. And once you can really capture that through your true essence as it comes through you, who would I be right now if I was my most charismatic version of me? Who would I be right now if I was the most attractive version of me? Who would I be right now? You see, already my character is shifting a little bit, consciously. I'm catching it. It's like people wake up, bro, and this is what they do. Their ego. What's going on, brother? We just woke up, right? And your ego's already going at it, like, doing push-ups in the corner, right? Trying to pump up for something. And you're going, what are you doing? Like, what are you getting ready for? Like, Earth, baby. We're gonna take over. It's that energy, right? And you try to contain it and maintain it, but it's like you're almost trying to slay the dragon, right? In a sense, you can't slay it, but what you can do is you befriend it. And that's this Vajra dragon path working in a sense, where you learn to accept your shadow and then get it on your side. Almost like a sidekick. Like your shadow is your sidekick. So he has to kind of stay in the back and while you're in the limelight, okay? And that makes sense because he's a shadow. So, but he also maintains the stuff in the background. So you got to maintain that understanding too, okay? Anyway, guys, I got to get going. Getting busy. Let's go, Upward Spiral Gang. Hit that like and subscribe button. You already know. Let's go.